previously mentioned when initially reviewing the Razer Kishi that finding a game to play is one of the hardest parts of taking advantage of it. Until Genshin Impact finally gives Android controller support, Diablo might be one of the more highly polished games to sink a few hours into. Putting it out there early though, as my name suggests, I'm a filthy casual in this game too. Only racking up a few hours here and there. Mostly chasing that Diablo nostalgia. I also need to call out my dislike of the monetization here, which is way too in your face. This wasn't so much the case back in alpha or beta, so I'm a bit disappointed as it didn't need to be so cash grabby. For a casual though, the game's been good fun, leveling up and exploring the world while dodging ground stomps and the monetization. Most of my play has been with the Kishi, and it has definitely enhanced the experience as movement with the thumbsticks is far more accurate and responsive than the on-screen movement pad. Less important if you play the Crusader, and you don't really need to move all that much, but much more valuable for something more fragile like the Wizard. The B button is your primary attack. No issues just resting your thumb here, and the 4 shoulder buttons being your other skills. While they will kind of just fire at a target in front of you, they can also be aimed, so that's where the right direction stick comes into play. It takes some getting used to, having to frequently swap your thumb between snoozing on the A button to firing off a sweep in the right direction. It makes full use of all the buttons too, with Y being for health potions, back and skip, A for interactions, and X for your ultimate. Even the less traditional buttons get some use, with some toggles for the menu, chat, auto nav, and cursor. Speaking of that cursor, this is their answer to let you go full controller mode and navigate the menus, but it's honestly not worthwhile. The advantage of the Kishi is that it brings your hands within easy reach of your screen, so why not use it to its fullest by flicking and tapping around the menu instead? The overall button experience felt responsive and nicely tactile. No batteries or Bluetooth are needed either, as it hooks in directly by the USB-C port. Its frame also directs bottom firing speakers forward, so the game sounds better, and it can also stay charged with a pass-through USB-C port, more comfortable than charging without. Note that this does depend on your device though, as my OnePlus 7T Pro would disconnect when connected to power, but my Pixel 6 Pro didn't. Also, while the Pixel 6 did fit, it was a bit awkward due to the camera bar, so devices with outcroppings on the less traditional side may need to be coerced. It does fold down into a relatively small package, and I guess the convenience will be there for anyone that's able to stash this in their bag, as the greatest benefit of this game is that it's playable on the go. If you do forget it though, the on-screen controls aren't too bad. I much prefer the setup here, triggering the movement based on where you initially place your finger, over most others like Genshin Impact, where the movement pad doesn't change dynamically. The abilities are also well suited to touchscreen aiming. All in all though, if you want to give this game a good casual go, maybe the Kishi is overreaching, but it definitely is a good way to play if your phone fits. Maybe it'd be more convenient if this came on the Switch though. Wait, what? Cheers for watching guys. If you found this video helpful, please consider chucking us a like and sub. It really helps me justify my hobbies to my parents. While you're here, why not check out my initial Kishi review, or some OnePlus 7 content, which is the device seen in this video. Cheers.